Yay! Hey guys, welcome to our What is Coaching call where you get to hear the heart behind Renegade Society. My name's Alexandra Street. I'm one of the co-founders, and we actually run this as a family, which is pretty cool. So it's me, my mom, and my sister, and I'll let them share their stories as well. We're going to go ahead and get started because we want to honor your time, and personally, we don't like these things to go on for forever because we know that if it's in alignment with you and this is something that's for you, you're going to know it right away, and if it's not, you're also going to know it right away. So let's get started. So again, my name is Alexandra Street. I have been coaching for a few years now. I would say seriously for a little bit less time than I've actually been coaching because, to be quite honest, I didn't think this was going to be my career. And probably like a lot of you didn't really think like you would ever be doing this or ever be considering it. So I actually got started coaching way back when my late husband and I were actually really, really broke. We looked at our bank account one day and just life had happened. I had got graduated from college and I was working 2 full-time jobs, but there was just way too much month left at the end of the money. And lo and behold, my husband was laid off. He was in the Marine Corps, and then we did reserves. So he was not working at the time, and we weren't being stupid with our money, but life happened. And also we looked at our bank account one day and we had $29 to our name. And that was supposed to cover groceries and bills and everything else, right? So I had actually had this opportunity thrown in front of my face quite a few times, and maybe you have too. Maybe the coach that invited you here tonight has thrown this in your face a few times and said, oh yes, you'll be really, really good at this. But you kept going, no, no, no. But what you resist persists, right? And so it was actually my mom, who you'll get to hear from her in just a little bit, Suzanne Beck. She kept going, Alex, you'd be so good at this. And quite honestly, I was a little jealous of her because she was making good money as a coach on Facebook. And it's probably how maybe you feel right now too, is you're like checking this out and you're just like, there's no way it's too good to be true. Like, it's not for me, I'll never do this. But there was something in my head that just popped in that day and it said, like, give this another look. And so that's probably why you're on this call tonight, is because there's something in your gut that said, okay, I'm gonna check it out, and this, at least this way I either know that yes, it's for me, or no, it's absolutely not for me. So I decided to go for it, and I didn't intend on falling in love with this company, but I did, and here I am. 3 or 4 years later now, and I no longer work those 2 jobs. I do this full time. We travel the world. I'm a single mama now. As I mentioned earlier, my husband died last year, and so this business has allowed me not only time to just, heal and to be with him, but also, like, I don't have to worry about going back to a job or anything like that. We can travel the world, and kind of feel like he's been through a lot. We don't have to worry about anything else financially anymore. Right? So I'm going to pass this over and let the other girls introduce themselves. So whoever wants to go next. Oops, hang on. Let me unmute you, Melissa. Or why are you muted?
Hang on.
Go for it.
Sorry, guys. My husband came in and he was talking to me, so that's why I muted myself. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Breslin. Like my sister said, we all 3 of us are co-founders of the Renegade Society. So I started coaching right after college. I went to school for marketing, and I've been coaching for about 3 years now. And I remember watching one of these presentations that my mom invited me to, and just sitting here listening and thinking, like, wow, this just seems too good to be true. But at the same time, I had been kind of daydreaming for a long time, well, for about 6 months, about what I wanted my life to look like for my husband and I. Like I said, I was newly out of college. I was really struggling to kind of find my way in the corporate world. I was really searching for something that would kind of allow me to be creative, not only professionally, but with my freedom, my time, my finances, and the idea of kind of working wherever I wanted seemed like a dream come true because we had just moved to Georgia, and I'm from Michigan. So we were planning a wedding. We were busy. I was trying to kind of find my way in the working world, and I didn't ever really kind of fit into the constraints of a corporate environment. I think some of us, there's about 20% of the population that are just kind of meant to be entrepreneurs, and I think I fell into that category. My parents did. My siblings do. So this kind of came into my life at a perfect time. I wanted to be successful on my own terms. I've always had, a really strong work ethic, but I kind of lean more towards intentional work versus hard work. And so, yeah, if you follow me on Facebook, I go into a lot deeper into that. If you want to follow more of my story there, but I wanted something that would just allow me to use my use my gifts, my talents, and help people do what I was doing. And this was kind of my answer for that. So like I said, go to my page if you want to learn more about my story, but I'll let my mom share and then we'll keep going.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Suzanne Beck and I am mom, I guess, as you can tell. And I am a wife, a mom, Alex and Melissa. I have 2 other sons as well. And I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been a coach for 7 years now as of June 3. So that's my 7-year anniversary. I can't believe it. Anyways, so before coaching, you know, I came upon this. My husband and I were doing P90X together, and we stumbled upon the coaching opportunity. And I thought, wow, you know, this was something I was super interested in. I definitely had a lot of questions, you know, just as you do, I'm sure. And that's why we're trying to cover all of this. But anyways, so at the time, 43 years old, 4 kids, we were financially stressed, just a lot going on. My husband is self-employed. I really was truly looking for a way to help our family to, at that point, I was working with my husband, but to really just help our family kind of get through this really tough time. And coaching was something that was just, I recognized it, I saw it, I had a lot of questions, but you know what, I did it, and I'm so happy I did. I was 43 years old at the time. Holy cow, I was, like I said, stay-at-home mom. I was, you know, working part-time, but I made the decision that truly changed our family's lives. I began to coach part-time, and for the first time, you know, even beyond just, you know, wanting to do this just to relieve some, you know, financial burden from my husband's shoulders, you know, for the first time I had really began to feel very excited about something and really passionate about something. And that was because I was helping other women and I was talking to other women, and I literally sat down at my kitchen table and built a business that I just could not wait to get started. When I'd wake up in the morning, I just could not wait to get started and talk to people. And it was really something of my very own that I really craved as a mom of 4 and just being busy. And so this was my, you know, this was for me, which was pretty cool. So here we go, you know, 7 years now, because I'm not used to saying that, but 7 years later, you know what? We've paid off mortgage, we've paid off debt, we've been able to travel all over the world, which we would have never done prior to. I just, you know, I love the supportive community that we have. I love being able to help other moms, like, just see for themselves what's possible and to dream big and to, you know, to just take ownership of, you know, creating their lives and what they want to contribute to their families. So, and I'm surrounded by amazing people, and the fact that I get to do this with my daughters is really, really cool. And the fact that we do this together and we just enjoy this lifestyle. So that is my story. Alex, you want to get us going?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and it's going to look real funky for a minute, so just bear with me, but then we'll get to the meat of the stuff and we'll keep moving forward for tonight for you. Okay. Everybody having fun so far? All right, now let's screen sharing. All right, my son is really concerned about our weather, so please ignore the tornado sirens. It's going to be okay.
What?
We don't have a tornado coming.
Yes. Okay.
Why is my alarm going off there?
Zane, can you be quiet, please?
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. We're like normal people, and okay. Slideshow. Here we go. We're normal people, and our kids stay up later than what they need to and get excited about thunderstorms. So if you have that at home, we get you. All right, so let's get started. Can everybody see this good? Melissa or mom just send me a text if like the slides look good and everything's okay. We've kind of gone through this already. This is for what is coaching. We're going to explain to you what it is and what it isn't, so you guys can make a decision if this is for you or not. As you saw, that's the 3 of us up there looking very prim and proper. But coaching is something that, you know, you don't have to create yourself to be. It's just truly who you've always been at your core. What coaching is going to do is give you a platform so you can share your gifts and your unique talents with the world, and what we like to say is rise up and radiate. So before Team Beachbody, this is just a little bit of history about the company. As you can see, we started way back in 1998. We actually didn't have Team Beachbody prior to 2007. And what had happened is they were, using some of these workout programs that you see here. If you kind of were involved with Beachbody, I guess a while back, you might remember some of these. You probably remember P90X. It's still talked about. It's like world known. It's like probably our biggest thing. But anyways, they had these at-home workout programs, and they were finding that people were, getting really, really good results and talking about them over on the message boards. And so Beachbody had this opportunity where they could either put these workouts in like Target or Walmart and people could just purchase them, but they wanted to take it a step further, and they wanted to make sure that people were getting results, because our mission is to end the trend of obesity. And so when they were looking on the message boards and they saw that, with the peer support and like people cheering them on, people were getting better results, and it was just like you couldn't stop talking about it if you tried. They decided to launch the Team Beachbody opportunity, and that's where we come in as coaches. So as coaches, what we do, we're just simple people who we do these products, we share what works for us, what doesn't work, and we just help other people get started along their journey. You see 99% of what we do over on Facebook if you follow us, or any coach for that matter. And since Team Beachbody has exploded, we've come out with all of these new programs, and actually this is kind of outdated because we have so much more now, but I'm sure you guys are kind of familiar with some of these ones. Are a little bit newer, like Insanity 2.0. I'm sure 21 Day Fix rings a bell for so many people. We've got more coming up this year. That's when Shakeology also came out, which is just fabulous. So you guys have been drinking it for 6 years, and I started before I was a coach, but that really took it up a level. Anyways, this is what we've been able to accomplish, obviously together, not just like when corporate's involved and we're selling it in Target, right? And more people had the opportunity to get involved and to really, truly find a fulfilling, part-time gig that could build something substantial like we have, or full-time gig. So this is just to show you, I'm not really a details person. Like, I really don't care about this stuff, but there are people that are online that do, and they want to see numbers. They want to see this concrete. They want to see that, we're going places and that there's a positive trend. So this is, again, this is old. We need to update our graphics, but in 2014, obviously you can see it's going nowhere but up. And since then we have introduced the the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack, where you get fitness for a year. It's like Netflix for fitness. And also in fall of 2017, we are going to be going international over to the UK. So, this is what we've done in the US, and then Canada was introduced, and then the UK. Obviously, you guys can tell this is the time to get involved with this business, because like I said, I'm not details, I'm not numbers people, but I think everybody can see, like, oh man, like, wouldn't you have loved to get in back in like 2008, right? So that's enough. Like, this is another time for it. If you are business savvy and you're thinking like, oh, is there a good time? Is there not a good time? This is a good time. So this is kind of where our health mission kind of came from. Is our, if you look around, you go to any theme park or any grocery store for that matter, you can see that we have this crisis going on, and that's being overweight or obese. And we're people out here who we want to help end that trend. So here's just some statistics for you guys. 2 out of 3 adults are going to be overweight or obese. What's even worse is 2 out of 5 kids are going to be obese, and they're learning this from their parents, right? We're modeling the behaviors, they're taking them to school, and they're just assuming that this is the way that life has to be. And what we really want to do is not only help the adults change their life, but when adults change, families change, right? And then we can literally change the face of the planet. Eventually, like, in my opinion, this is going to take over the world. I love Beachbody. Hopefully I don't get like legally zapped for that. But you know what I mean? It's like we can set this new trend, like this new expectation, and raise our standards for our kids, and be able to show them like they don't have to like accept these standards. They don't have to, accept that they're going to be, 2 out of 3 adults are going to be overweight or obese. And we all know that leads to so many other health issues. So that's what's passionate, like, for a lot of people, or that's what pulls them. What makes Team Beachbody unique? Obviously, you guys, you could go and buy Beachbody stuff anywhere. It's on Craigslist, it's on eBay, Amazon. You could borrow it from a friend, all this stuff. But why do you want to work with a coach? Like, why do you actually want to get involved with this company? And it's simply because of these 4 pillars. Like, number 1, you have the fitness. This is elite stuff, the best trainers in the world. They're going to train you. They're going to come into your living room and train you. Like, you don't have to think about that. Nutrition. Oh my gosh, can I just throw in something real quick? We have the Shakeology, which is obviously just the most elite, like, best nutrition, like the best food you could ever put into your body. You can do that daily. But I was just thinking about this because I was actually looking into some other coaching, like, you know, because people come to me and they'll be like, Alex, like, why Beachbody? Like, why use what you guys offer? You know how freaking easy it is? It's so easy to use Beachbody stuff versus trying to figure it out on your own. Like, how many of you are so confused about macros or, you know, what eating style or gluten-free or dairy or blah, blah, blah. And everywhere else charges you so much and you still have to figure it out on your own. But with Beachbody, what we do, you know, here at Beachbody, when you become a coach, you get these tools. Like, the experts have taken all that guesswork out of it for you. And all you have to do is put it into the hands of the people that you love and trust. That's it. So we hook them up with the fitness side, the nutrition side. Then you have the peer support. So they're going into this not alone. They're going into this with you, with a fit family, with people who are going to cheer them on and make sure they don't quit. You know, how many guys, raise your hands real quick, have you ever joined a gym and then, well, let's say January 1st, your butt is at the gym, right? And let's just say you were the only one going. I mean, sure, the gym's full, but like you're the only one out of your friends group who's going. Or maybe you're not, but then people start to fall off, and then what happens to you? Come February, are you still going? Exactly. It's so much more fun to do it together. And also when you have somebody, especially a coach, that's gonna reach out and to make sure, like, dude, you're not feeling this time, like, and we're counting on you. We're looking at you to show up in the group every day and to bring your best, and we're gonna make sure you do this. That's where Team Beachbody comes in. That's what you do as a coach. And then furthermore, I mean, if that wasn't enough, we take all the ease, or we take all the complicated crap out of the stuff for you. You just literally get this system and it's perfect and it's your soulmate workout and blah, blah, blah. We give you rewards for doing it. Like, you could win quarterly prizes, monthly prizes, yearly prizes in cash. There's t-shirts, there's, you know, gear and supplements and like all this stuff. Like, you get rewarded just for, like, you know, going after your goals and trying to make it, you know, like, making those baby steps every single day. So that's what makes Beachbody different, and that's where we come in as coaches and why we need you to help us. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Melissa take it over.
Thanks, girl. That was so good. Okay, so product integrity. Something that I really love about Beachbody is that I really, to my core, believe that they would never put something on the market that would be just something to put money in their pockets. And I know that to be true because of the sort of background on the vanilla Shakeology flavor. It's one of my favorites. It's incredible, especially the vegan one. So they did not release it initially when it had gone to the market. They decided to table that flavor because they hadn't found the pure source of vanilla they were looking for. And something kind of interesting that I thought is, even though the government would have technically allowed us to market the vanilla flavor as natural, we can't always really trust those labels, and Beachbody kind of knew that going in and said, no, that won't stand with our integrity for our product. So they sacrificed a lot of product, a lot of capital until several years later when they found that pure source of vanilla they were looking for. And they actually found it in Madagascar. I think that's kind of cool. And yeah, it was just the fact that they sacrificed that to ensure that highest quality, kind of, for me, was saying, like, hey, this is a company I can get behind. I can support their product. I can support this. So that was kind of a big deal for me. Okay. So there's a lot of confusion. I get this question probably about 3 or 4 times a week about Shakeology being a protein shake. And so when you compare the price of Shakeology and you look at stuff at like GNC, and you kind of think, oh, I can get the same thing at a cheaper price, but it's not a protein shake, actually. That's kind of where people kind of get confused. It's actually a full meal replacement. I kind of refer to it as sort of like a multivitamin. So you are getting protein, but you're also getting over 70 superfoods. And the way that Shakeology is created is that it's as close to whole food as possible, but it still tastes incredible. So you're getting servings of all those foods that maybe you don't necessarily care for. I love vegetables. I'm a vegetarian, but maybe you don't. It's an awesome supplement that's going to fill that nutritional gap. If you love reading labels, I do. I think it's fun. You're going to be really impressed with what you find. So I encourage you to check that out. All right. Okay, and sort of like my sister was saying, there's definitely a lot of companies out there who have sort of a similar, kind of plan like ours. Maybe they represent fitness or nutrition, maybe both. But it's not the full kind of circle. They don't have the full package of the nutrition and the fitness, plus the peer support and the rewards. When you combine all four of those things, that's when you get the major results. And the before and afters are pretty incredible. So we always like to kind of show off those. Okay, so what is a coach? Who is a coach? Another question I get very frequently. Okay, you don't need to be a fitness or nutrition expert. You don't need to be at your ideal weight if there is one. When I started, I started coaching about 3 years ago, but I had been familiar with Beachbody prior to. I wasn't at the point I wanted to be, but that was okay. You don't need to be like this. Whatever your ideal self is, you don't need to be that prior to. We have women on our team who are crushing it and who had just started their fitness journey. And guess what? People are so drawn to them because they're human. They're approachable. There's no prerequisites in that category. You don't need to be an experienced salesperson. In fact, we kind of encourage you to not look at the sales aspect of it. If you love what we represent, which you can tell we do, people are going to see that through you, and they're going to want what you have. They're going to be attracted to that energy. They're going to see your aspiration, your drive, and they're going to want to be a part of that and know how you're doing it. So it's just a very organic process. You don't need to sell anything when you're just sharing what's working for you. It's sort of like if you eat at a restaurant and you love it, or you have a great bottle of wine. I wouldn't feel like I was selling that. I would just be sharing, how incredible it was. And that's honestly, you guys, that's how I grew my business from, the, point A that it was 3 years ago, to what it is now. I'm showing how I'm improving as a person, how it's changing my life, how it's changing my families, what we're doing with this. And I'm inviting people to do that along with me. Hang on. Yes, way, Rose. Okay. So what do we do on a daily basis? We have a list of to-dos that we follow, but I won't get into that. Basically, we hold people accountable. In a nutshell, we're just that accountability factor to make sure that the wrapper comes off and people do what they say they wanted to do. They start and they actually finish. We're the people that get our clients, our customers to the finish line, and our coaches. So the entire time that I'm working on myself, I'm not even noticing the entire time I'm helping other people, I'm probably not even noticing how much I'm helping myself. And I'd probably be less consistent with fitness and nutrition if it wasn't my job, but and that's only a piece of the puzzle. Your emotional and mental and spiritual growth is so much a part of this as well. And I would not be anywhere near where I am today without this. So that kind of ties into coaching. I link arms with other women who are passionate about business and health and growth, like I am. And I teach them how to duplicate what I'm doing so they can in turn show up in their own lives and in their own teams in a more vibrant, vivacious way, and kind of create that freedom, that finance, whatever, if they want this to be a career of theirs, that's, the way they do that. So, yeah. It's you, girl.
Okay, I had to unmute my line. All right, that's awesome, Melissa, thank you. So benefits of being a coach. First of all, you get to set your own work hours. You can focus on part-time or full-time. You can build online or in person. And what I love about this is that I have built my business probably 99% online. There are no parties involved or anything like that unless you choose to have one. But that's what I love about it. I love that social media and the internet is a way that I've built my business and that I can work from anywhere. Share your passion and attract people. Rewards, we do get 25% commissions from any sales from our sites, and we also enjoy a 25% discount on all products. We get bonuses for team growth. We earn trips, recognition, And learning and personal development is such a huge part of what we do. So I love the whole growth aspect of just becoming a better person inside and out. So what to expect from Renegade Society? We have elite new coach training, which is actually beginning next week. You're going to want to jump on that because it's going to rock your world. Weekly team calls, monthly team challenges, team building events, leadership training, Facebook team page, recognition, and accountability. You guys were appreciated at work, but that is something that is very, very important to us and that we do every single week. When you join our team, we are a family, and we love to come together, and we love to encourage and appreciate and just really celebrate each other. So, and this is something that we have to cover because it just drives me crazy, but every so often I will hear this where I'll say, wait, you know, or somebody will say, isn't this one of those pyramid schemes? And at first when I started, I had no idea what this even was, but what I found out was that a pyramid scheme is something that is 100% illegal. And it is just, it's a type of a business, I guess, that does not offer any type of product. It does not have, it's just basically somebody will get paid. And this is how I understand it. Someone will get paid to like bring on someone in that business. And there's no type of product or anything like that. And it's just, it's absolutely 100% not what we are. And so just to cover that here, okay, we'll go ahead. Meet Blair. Oh, Blair is incredible. I absolutely love her. As you can see, she has an amazing, amazing transformation. And she, you know, she shares her story right here. And then she shares too, kind of her financial growth as she, you know, first started as, you know, her first month as a coach, her year as a coach, her 28th month, which is pretty cool. But Blair is amazing, and she's doing very, very well. And this is Amber, and she is amazing too. I love Amber to death. If you get to meet her, she will light up the room, I tell you what. But she is also, she is part of a military family. She's a military wife. And you know what? She started coaching to help her family. And you know, this is her story, and you can read a little bit of it here. But she's doing awesome too. And I just love Amber. And these are just examples of what's possible, you guys.
All right, so this is where I jump in and we kind of start talking about like really what this business, if you decide this is for you, what this is going to look like. And so one thing that we did was, you know, we can share with you these really beautiful stories, but we wanted to ask our team, like, what has this business done for you financially? Because I do think that, like, yes, there's that Miss America speech where we all sincerely want to be fulfilled and help people and know that we're making a difference in the world, but we also want to like, financially be paid for it too. And I believe that you should be, because you're yourself, you know, there's nobody else like you in the world, and you're of high value and service, and your thoughts and how you see things and your approach and what you bring to people's lives, you deserve to be massively compensated. So, you know, let's just take a look at this. We've had houses paid off. There's been 2 weddings paid for. There's, you know, Beachbody has paid for unexpected expenses. That might be like your car breaks down or whatever. It's put kids through college. It's paid for family vacations, paid for date night and groceries, or funded that shameless shoe fund. You guys all know you have one. And it's paid for your treat yourself day. So if you're somebody who likes your hair done and your nails done or your eyelashes done, Beachbody has like afforded you sometimes those little luxuries like that just make you feel beautiful, make you just feel on top of the world, right? We always joke about this, like ordering a glass of wine that you actually want. So we love wine. It's just like, it's part of our family. We just love wine. But, you know, have you ever been in a restaurant, like sat down and you just automatically like, oh, I'll take the house cab. And it's, you know, if you really wanted it, that's absolutely fine. But if you like, we're like, oh, I don't want this Pinot Noir because it's an extra $3 or $4 a glass. It's like, that's what we want to give you guys the freedom of choice to do, is to order the glass of wine that you really want, or to choose what you really want versus what you feel like you should if you're, strapped or struggling financially. It's afforded people to pay off debt and student loans, paid for after school activities. And also a big thing on our team, there's a lot of women on our team who really just want to remove that financial pressure from their spouse. They want to help contribute to the family in a way that's, not being mom or a wife, and they want to bring some income in. So that's allowed them to kind of bring that pressure off of their husband or their wife or whatever. And it's also allowed new moms to stay home with their babies. We all know that time goes by really fast, even though it doesn't always feel like it. And I know, for one, I was a teen mom, and I didn't get to stay home with my son. I was trying to graduate from high school and get into college and doing all that. And then even when he was a little bit older, I was working full-time and going to school full-time because I had to make this work. But how blessed would I have been? I would have given anything to go back and be able to have this business, to have that time with him, and to be able to share those moments and those memories and those firsts. I wasn't able to be there for that. So if you guys have kids, or you're planning on having kids, that's definitely something if you're looking in the future what this business can do. But most importantly, we want to highlight that this business has just afforded us the freedom. And freedom really is just freedom for you, living life on your terms and your choice of things. And it doesn't, living abundantly and having complete freedom doesn't have to mean that you walk around with Chanel all day long. It could really be any of these little things, or whatever is going to make you feel like life on your terms, success on your terms, right? So let's just I want to put a disclaimer, because we said earlier, sometimes this can look like it's too good to be true. And I don't want to say that this business is hard. It's I want to say it's simple, because what we do is we share our hearts. We share our journeys. It's just a platform to do that, right? But it does involve making some sacrifices. So living a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can live the rest of your life like most people can't. This is going to take, a learning curve. You're going to have to invest in yourself, invest in your business. You're going to have to get uncomfortable a little bit. But if you're willing to do a little bit of that to have, an exponential reward on the other side, then this is for you. Okay, so here's what you need to get started. There are a couple options. Oh, just as a side note, all of your business fees and sign up fees are waived if you're active duty, military, or spouse. That's our way of saying thank you. But there's two ways to join as a coach. Number one is with a challenge pack. That's just going to be, you're going to invest in a challenge pack, which is essentially our little bundle of a fitness program. I recommend doing our All Access challenge pack, because then you get every single fitness program, 30 days of Shakeology, home direct, and you get to sign up as a coach. That $39.95 fee is waived. Or you can just sign up with our $39.95 fee. That's all it costs to open your business doors, and then get your Shakeology with a 25% discount after that. I recommend doing the challenge pack though, only because you just get so much more bang for your buck, and you're set up, and then that way you have all your fitness programs for a year, and it's just to me, it's just such a better deal. Okay, and there are some ongoing business fees, and this is just what's going to keep your business doors open, essentially. This is your business rent for the month, and it's under $20, and that's going to cover everything that you see here, which is, like I said, I'm not a details person, so when I see that that's what that covers, I'm like, dude, hell yes, because that's not what I want to worry about. I don't want to worry about media promotion or brand awareness. I definitely don't want to worry about websites. And all of this stuff, you guys, they take care of all the infomercials. If you've ever been up late at night and you've seen the infomercials, they do all that. There's no contracts or minimums. They allow you to do what you do best, which is to bring you to the people that you love the most and help them succeed. You are here to solely be a coach, not to worry about any of this stuff. And you're here to help people and help change lives. But that $16.95 a month is going to keep your business doors open so you can continue to do that. Okay, so this webinar is coming to an end. Hopefully we've answered all your questions. If not, feel free to just shoot them over on the team page or the Backstage Pass page, and we'll make sure to answer them as promptly as possible. But in the next couple hours, or probably tomorrow, the coach who invited you here, because they really, really care about you and they feel like this could be a good fit in your life, they feel like you'd be an amazing fit for the team, they're just going to ask you a few questions to help you see where Beachbody fits in your life. And trust me, if it's a no for you, that's okay. We're not here to drag you along, but if it's a yes, we want to make sure that we're seeing where you're at in your life and how this is going to fit in and what your goals are and how we can create that perfect roadmap for you to help you get there. So what we're looking for, we don't necessarily take any wanted everyone to our team because we have some super high standards in our team. Like, we're such a tight family. Like, not just like my mom, my sister, and I, we run our team like a family. Like, so we're protective of them, and we want to make sure that we have some amazing people coming in just to make sure everybody's just, you know, like the vibe and the energy is so high. Like, people want to be a part of our team, only, like, just for the fact of the people that are in it, because they are just the best human beings on the planet. Right? You know, so we want to make sure that we're bringing in people that have these qualities. So being a team player, being teachable, being service minded, like, you know, not being negative, and being willing to, like, you know, learn something new and maybe make a mistake, but so what? Just keep moving on, right? But most importantly, like I said, I want to have fun. Life is short. We're here to celebrate. We're here to do it together. And we're here to create these dream lives, whatever that is to you, life on your terms. And we want to do it. We want to have a lot of fun, right? Okay. And so there's a picture of us. Pretty cute, huh? That's all of our friends. That's our team, our sister team. So we are asking you tonight if this resonated with you, and I think, you know if it did or didn't. We're asking you to link arms with us and to make money and to make a difference in the lives of, you know, your family, but also others too. And so it's time to make a decision. You know for a fact, like, if you've got this like little pull, this is, oh my gosh, you should do this. But then your fear and your doubts are creeping in, and they're saying like, oh, but this, or maybe I can't afford to sign up, or blah, blah, blah. I want to tell you, if you have that pull, ignore the other voices. Like, they're only there because they have to be, right? It's just your ego trying to keep you safe. But you need to make a decision. We've given you all of the resources. We've given you all of like the behind the scenes. And here, let me stop sharing my screen so you can see my face. All right. We've given you all of like the info. Like, this is what coaching is. There's no secret. There's no, weird, like, oh, we're going to tell you this to get you in, and then we're going to like drop a bomb on you once you sign up. Like, no, this is what it is. It's you share your heart, you share your passion. Coaching is just a platform for you to do that. And we'll give you the tools. We'll show you how to do it. And we'll also create those stepping stones so that you can create a life on your terms and your freedom, right? And so it's time to make a decision, you guys. And I think a lot of you know what it is. And so yes, you're gonna bump into that, like, well, what about this and what about that? And my husband and my friends and all these things, right? But if there's that little pull in your gut, you gotta make sure that you chat with your coach. We're not gonna drag you into this, but we definitely are gonna wanna help you make the best decision for you and your family, because honestly, this business has been a godsend to each of us, and we know like what it's done for us. And we just get geeked about what it could do for you too. So that's all I have, you guys. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Awesome job, ladies.
Anything else you want to add?
Awesome.
Cool. Well, we look forward to welcoming so many of your beautiful faces onto the team and just celebrating and loving on you. And we thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a fantastic evening, you guys.
Thanks for joining us. Bye, everybody.